అయింది. Yeah. Last class we completed up to this process. What is the process? We have the home, veg items, non-veg items, milk. So we display that we are getting this data from where? From the component or from the store. The data is coming from the store. The data is coming from that store. Click on the veg items coming. Click on non-veg items coming. Click on the milk items are coming. So this data is coming from where? Store. Because today let me go for the click on the add to cart button. Let me implement the add to cart functionality. So we are clicking on what? Add to cart. When we click on the cart should be increased. The cart should be increased. The count should be increased today class. So you click on what? Add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. Veg items, non-veg items, milk items. Any items if I click on the add to cart, the cart should be, tell me guys, the class should be what? Increased. Guys, to do that functionality, first you need to take one slice, go to the store. In the store, let me take the slice. Cart slice, guys. Yesterday class, what slice you are taking here? Product slice. Yesterday class, what slice? Product slice. Today class, you please take the cart slice. Let me go for the slice here. Let me go for the store.js. In the store.js, is a store.js. In the store.js, yesterday class, we created what slice. What the slice tell me guys here? Create slice. What slice here? Product slice. Product slice contains the slice name, initial state, and what reducers. Yesterday class, are written any reducers? No reducers. Keep aside. Because today class, let me create another slice. One more slice you please create. Create the slice for what? Cart. We create the slice for what? Cart. Cart adding, cart remove, add to cart, remove from the cart, clear the cart, update the cart data guys. We need to go for. How to create the slice? Tell me. Create. Yeah, create what? Slice. Create the slice. Create what? Create the slice. Create the slice. Just you can take the parentheses like this and you take the braces like this. Take the parentheses on what? Take the braces. So take the slice guys. Just you can take the constant. This is what slice is here? Card slice. You take the card slice. Create the slice. Parentheses on the braces. Parentheses on what? Braces. What we need to do? Create the slice. Slice name. Exactly. Slice name is what? Card. First slice is the card. Second one is what? Initial state. Yes, initial state keep the empty because initially cart is what? Empty. Yesterday class we have the products. Yesterday class we have what? Products. But today class is what? Cart. Cart initially data is there, cart is empty. Cart is empty, that's what I take an empty cart. This is initial state means what? Initial global state. Initial global state is what? Empty cart, right? The initial global state is what? Empty cart. I take an empty cart. Now today main focus on the reducers. Go for what? Reducers. We go for what? Reducers. Reducers here. Reducers, just you can write the colon. Here we should write the reducers. Write the reducers. Reducers, you can write one reducer, multiple reducers, or multiple reducers. That's what I can put the braces like this, right? Yeah, this is like reducers. So you created one slice, create slice. What is slice name here? Card slice. Yeah, fine. This is a variable on here. This is a card name, slice name. What is slice name guys here? Card, initial state, and reducers. Initial state and what? Reducers. Now today you need to implement the add to cart functionality, guys. Go for the reducer name is like what is the reducer name? Add to cart. Guys, add to cart functionality you need to implement. Then take the reducer name is what? Add to cart. That is the add to cart functionality we know. That is the reducer name. What the reducer name? Add to cart. Tell me guys what we need to do add to cart. Initially cart is what? Empty. Initial state is what? Empty. If we click on the add to cart, click on what? Add to cart. That reducer function got executed. What is the reducer function? Tell me here. Add to cart is a reducer function. Reducer function executed. What that reducer function has to do? What the reducer function has to do? Add the item into the cart. Add the item into what? Add the first where is the item? Storendra Maida. Store contains items. The items are reading into the components, right? Where is the items means in the component. See this one here. Here we have the items, right? Here we have what? Items. Items are there now? Yes, that is the items actually. If you click on the add to cart, click on what? Add to cart. Here we need to write the functionality, guys. Tell me what we have to do. We have to write what? Functionality. What we have to write the functionality? 1 second. You do one thing. Just you can see that our data here. This is items, sir. You click on what button here? Add to cart. Wait, this is which component? See, always your brain should work where you are clicking, where the data is moving. That is very important. It's not like by hearting and copywriting, copy pasting. It's not good. Where you click the item, tell me. You clicked on item what? Base items component. This is a base items component is there. You clicked on add cart item. What item? Add to cart item. When you click on the add to cart, then what happened? Tell me. Add to cart. Add to cart functionality where? Where is the functionality of add to cart? Store. Add to cart functionality we are writing now here, store, right? Store contains a reducer. Reducer is what? Add to cart. It means this is a functionality. You clicked on where? You clicked on base components. If you know these points, that's all. React is over. You clicked on what? Base component. In base items component, you click on what? Add to cart button. What button? You click on base items component, add to cart. But where is the add to cart logic? Store. Is that logic is there in the base items or logic is there in the store? Exactly. When you click on the add to cart, click on what? The logic is there in the when you click on the add to cart, base items add to cart, is that logics are there in the base item or store? Store, right? It means when I click on the base items add to cart, base items, that the logic is there in the base items or store. It means we need to dispatch that action to store, right? Who has to dispatch it? Base items. Who has to dispatch? Yeah. You clicked on add to cart. Where is the add to cart? Base items. Click on the add to cart, non-base items. Click on the add to cart, milk items. Click on the add to cart is what? Base items. Click on the add to cart, non-base items. Click on the add to cart, milk items. You click on the add to cart here. Then add to cart logic is there in the base items, huh? No, that is there in the. It means what? Base items has to dispatch that action to. Tell me guys, has to dispatch that logics to whom? Store, right? So they dispatch the action to where? Understood? Huh? What the base items has to do? Dispatch that action to store, because that logic is there with base items, so logic is there with store. It means that base item should dispatch the, what you can say, dispatch that add to cart logic to where? Store, right? Exactly. Yesterday class we are reading the data from the store. To read the data from the store, what we are using? Book use selector. What selector? Yeah. మీకు అర్థమవుతుందా? ఓర్ బొమ్మలకు చూస్తున్నారు కూర్చొని. Yesterday class, where is the items? In the store. How we are reading the data from the store? Huh? Now base items, the logic is there. The base items has to send that logic, that request to where? Store. It means we need to dispatch that action to where? Store, right? We dispatch the action to where? You click on add to cart. Add to cart is base items, but base items add to cart is there or not there? It need to dispatch that action to where? Huh? Need to dispatch the action to store, right? To dispatch the action to store, we are using one book like use dispatch. Use dispatch. Hey, two hooks are important, guys. To read the data from the store, use selector. To send the action to store, use dispatch. Dispatch that action to store. We dispatch that action to where? How many hooks total? Online people, what are the hooks? Two hooks. One is the use selector. One is what? Second one is the use dispatch. Use selector purpose is what? Read the data from the store. Use selector. Use selector. Read the data from. Use dispatcher. Send the action to store, because add to cart is there with the base items. Add to cart is there with the store. It means we need to dispatch that action to where? Store. Dispatch the action to store. Store. That is called use dispatch action, guys. Use what, ma? Dispatch action. Very important. Use dispatch action. You click on the add to cart. Go for the base items first. Go to the what items here? Base items. You don't write that cart slice 1 second. You keep aside. Just you can go for what items, guys, here? Base items component. Go for the where is item here? What the component here? Base items. Click on the veg items. Because you clicked on where, tell me? Add to cart. Add to cart in which component, tell me? Veg items. This one is add to cart. Then what we have to do, tell me? Go for the veg items. Go for what? Veg items. Because veg items, here this is the button. This is what button, tell me here? Add to cart. This is the button. Okay, this is what? Button. You click on this button. When you click on this button, then what happened, tell me? We need to execute the add to cart functionality. But where is the functionality? Store. What we have to do? Dispatch that action to store. You click on what button? Add to cart. But add to cart logics in the veg components are store. You need to dispatch that to the where? Store, right? That's what, guys. You please create the dispatch object first. So let what? Dispatch. Let what dispatch. Dispatch equal to use dispatch hook. What the hook name? Use dispatch. Just I am creating object of use dispatch hook. This is the creating like use dispatch reference variable. What are your reference variable? Dispatch, right? You do one thing. Go for the button. Add to cart. In the add to cart, what we have to tell me? When we click on the on click, speak out. On click, what we have to do? On click arrow. Before arrow is what? Arguments. As of now, 0 arguments. Fine. Add to cart. కొద్ది బుక్స్ అన్న సరిగ్గా పట్టుకోండి అమ్మా ఎవరురా మీరు అంత అసలుకి కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ ఫోకస్ ఆన్ ద వర్క్. Okay, fine. This is what add to cart is there. Add to cart logic here store. What we have to do? Dispatch. Already you created the dispatch hook, right? Here above you created dispatch hook. Now this is a dispatch hook. Use the dispatch variable. We need dispatch what? When we click on add to cart, you need to click on what? Add to cart. What do you have to do? When we click on the add to cart, we need to dispatch that to the store. Dispatch to where? Store. While dispatching, what we have to give? Item. Because we need to click on the add to cart means that item should be added where? Cart, right? Yes, sir. So I assume that I have to store. I have the add to cart logic. I have the add to cart logic. You are the veg items. You clicked on add to cart. But do you have the logic? You don't have the logic. Because veg item you don't have the logic. Non-veg items you don't have the logic. And milk items you don't have the logic. You please send that add to cart to the store. I am the store. When we click on the add to cart, what you have to send to me? Items you have to send. What you have to send? Yeah. Item you have to send. That's what, guys. Dispatch of when you take the map, you take in what? Item comma index, right? You please send that item to me. Item to me. That's all. When we click on the add to cart, what happened? Tell me. When we click on the add to cart, what happened? You are sending what? You're sending items, item, because add to cart means what? One item. Add to cart means how many items are? One item. You click on add to cart, you send me you dispatch the action to where? Store with one item. With one item. This is item. This is what? Item. Because in the map you taken this one is item, right? That's what I given what? Item here. We are dispatching what? We are dispatching what? Item. To which functionality here? Add to cart. That's all. That is a one step we have to do. And when we click on the add to cart, what happened? Add to cart logic is there or not there in the veg items? Not there. What it has to do? Send that action to the store. How to send the action to store? Dispatch. Use dispatch hook and a dispatch. What we are dispatching here? Item. Then this data goes to where? Dispatch the item to what? Store, right? That is called what? Add what? Add dispatch. Add dispatch purpose is what? To send the. Tell me, dispatch what? Dispatch the item. Dispatch the item to. Dispatch the item. Write that point. Dispatch. Use dispatcher. What is the purpose of use dispatch? We are dispatching the data to Today class step 1. What is step 1 for today class? When we click on add to cart button in waste items, the logic not presenting. When we click on what? Add to cart in waste items. The add to cart logic not presenting waste items. When we click on what button, guys? Add to cart in waste items. The add to cart logic is not present in what? Waste items. The logics are what? The logic present in what? Store. To dispatch the waste items component. Tell me guys, the waste items component dispatch the action to store using what? Use dispatch hook. Use dispatch hook. Add to cart logics present in the store. The waste items component dispatch the action to store. The waste items component dispatch the action to what? Store using use dispatch. To create the object, guys, use dispatch. So you create the hook first. Use dispatch. And tell me when you click on the button, tell me the code for that button. Button. Add to cart button. Add to cart button. Stop writing, listen. What is the button we have to do? Add to cart button, what we have to do? On click equal to braces. Put the arrow. Before arrow is what? Arguments. Okay, fine. After arrow? We need to dispatch what? Okay. We need to dispatch this logic, right? We need to dispatch this logic to where? Store, no? Logic means what? Function, right? What function? The add to cart is a button. When you click on the button, what you have to execute? You have to execute what? Logic. What that logic? Reducer logic, right? What is the logic? You click on add to cart. What logic should execute? Tell me. Reducer logic. Reducer logic is there in the what? Store. Store I use, this is reducer logic, right? Reducer logic name is what? Add to cart. Add to cart. When you click on the button, we are dispatching that to reducer. What is the reducer name? Tell me. Add to cart is a reducer. To that reducer input is what? Item. Items column, item. When you click on the add to cart, then what happened? Tell me. It is dispatching to where? Dispatching to store add to cart reducer. So this is what function name, because reducer name, right? Here we are writing the reducers now. The reducer name is what? The reducer name is what? Add to cart. This is the reducer name. So when you click on the add to cart, then what happened here? You are sending the item to where? Add to cart reducer. Sending the item to where? Right. Underline this. Take that point first. Underline the dispatch. Underline this dispatch. Write small point. Dispatching the action to store. Underline the dispatch. What it is doing? Dispatching the action to store. Underline the add to cart. You don't write the below points like that. You underline and you write the point for that. That will be good. Add to cart is what? We are dispatching where add to cart. Dispatching to the action store. Dispatching the action to what? Store. Then what is this add to cart? This is the reducer name. That is what? Reducer name. And this is what? Item. Item is what? Input to what? Reducer function. Store contains what? States under reducers. Store contains what? State under reducers. Dispatching the action to store. We are dispatching to which reducer here? Add to cart reducer. Input is what? Item. We are this line. This complete data is equivalent to dispatching to. Tell me guys what it is doing. Dispatching to add to cart reducer. Dispatching to what? Add to cart reducer in store by giving what? Input. By giving the input is what? Input by giving the input item. Item is product. That is the first point. When we click on the add to cart, the Wes items, the add to cart logic is present in Wes items or not present in Wes items? Not present in Wes items. Where it is present? In the store. The add to cart logic present in the store. The Wes items component dispatch that action to store using is dispatch route. In Wes items, how many lines we have to write the code total? In Wes items, how many lines you have to write? 2 lines. One line is like, take the dispatch, use dispatch route. Take the use dispatch route. Next one is what? Dispatch the we are dispatching to where? Dispatching to where? Store reducer name. What reducer name? Dispatching to add to cart reducer. Store by giving the input is what? Item. Product. Alright. If you understand the add to cart, then remove cart you can do, update cart, anything you can do. That's what be careful. First one. Yeah. That is called add to cart, guys. Step 2. Implement the logic of implement the add to cart logics in store. Implement add to cart logics in where? Store. Initial state is of the cart is what? Empty, because initially do you have the items in the cart? No items in the cart. Yeah, 2 minutes stop writing. Explain this logic, just we can go through it. When we click on the add to cart, that what happened, guys? When we click on what? Add to cart. When you click on the add to cart, that action is dispatched to store. What the reducer name? What is the input? That is like, this is a reducer. What the reducer name? Reducer name is what? Add to cart. This is the reducer name, and we are writing the logics here. This is the logic pattern. This is what? Reducer name. What the reducer name? This is what? Logic. Check that logic arrow function. That arrow function is taking how many arguments? The arrow function is taking how many arguments? Arrow function is taking the 2 arguments. What the 2 arguments tell me? State and exactly. State and what? Action. When you take the state and action, guys, state means existing state. Existing state means what? Empty. State means what? State. Existing state is what? Because initially, do you have any cart items or empty cart? That is called state. State is like existing state, existing items. I am talking about the 2 click states, first click and second click. First time you are clicking on add to cart. First time you are clicking on what? Add to cart. Then what happened here? That is a state. State means existing state. Existing state is what? Empty. Existing is what? Empty. Because first click means any data is there? No data. Second argument is what? Action. That action is nothing but like, you are giving input item, right? Giving input is what? That is the second argument. First argument is the existing state. Second argument is the dispatch action dispatch, right? Item dispatch, right? See, I am the store. I have the add to cart logic. Add to cart logic is taking how many arguments? 2 arguments. First argument and second argument. First argument is the state. Second argument is the action. First argument state means my existing state. Second argument action means you are sending item, right? You're sending what? That is the second argument. First argument is what? Existing state. Second argument is what? First argument is what? State. State means existing state. Second argument, action nothing but you are sending the item, right? That item comes on the second item. Like, second argument, item. What we are doing, tell me here? Which I checking the find function. What the function here? Find. See guys, you are sending the item. I have the state. You are sending the item is nothing but an action. I am sending the data is like, state. State is what? Existing state. Action is nothing but what? Your item. Directly I need to add your item or what I have to do in the cart. You are sending item. What I have to do? Directly I need to add the item in where? Cart. Directly I have to add what I have to do. You are sending what? Item. Item is nothing but what there? Action. My existing data is what? State. State means existing data. Action means you are sending the item. When you sending the item, directly I need to add the item to state of my cart. What I have to do then? First of all, I have to check that. Your item. Item in the sense what? Action. First I need to check that. Time దొరకట్లేదా ఐటమా టైం దొరకదు ఏం దొరికింది టైం ఏంద్ర అది how many arguments add to cart is reducer name taking how many arguments? 2. First one state means existing state. My cart initial cart is there. Action means item. What item you are sending to me to add it to the cart? That is the item. What I have to do? Directly I need to add your item into the cart. Directly I need to add the item into the cart. No, what I have to do? Check that item is present in the cart. Item is present in where? First we need to check the item is present in where? Cart. If item is present in the cart, assume that initial item is there in the cart or not? Item is present in the cart or not? Here item means what? Cart means that context required. Because real time the standard names is a state and action. State means existing the state. Action means the input you are giving. As per this your terminology, state means what? Cart. State means what? Action means item. You are sending to me to add into the cart. Directly I need to add, what I have to do? First of all, I need to check that item present or not. If not, first time the item is there or not there? Not there, then what I have to do? Add to? Add to? If item is not there, we need to go for what? Add to cart. Add it. Need to what? Add it. If item is not there, means add it. If item is already there with that item, increase the increase what? Increase the quantity. Increase the quantity plus 1, plus 2, plus 3 like that. Right? Very good. Tell me what the point you have to when you're sending the item. Add to cart is reduce the name. Reduce is taking how many inputs? 2. One is the second one is the state means. State means what? Existing state, existing cart. Action means item. What you are sending the item is called existing state. Action is nothing but item. If item is already, check that item is present in where? Cart. If it is already not there, item is not there, please what? Add to cart. Add to item is not there. Add to cart. Add there means what? Add to cart. If already there, increase the exactly. Increase the very good. That is one option you need to understand. That's all you know. You to check the data present or not, you're going for the find function. What function here? Find function. What function? Find function. Where we have to find that item is there or not there? Cart. Cart means here what is the cart? We need to check that item is present in the state or not. That's what state dot find. State dot find. So state means what? State means action means how many arguments total tell me? What are 2 arguments required? One is the state. Second one is the action. Very nice. Good. I need to go for what? Find function. Where I have to find? State or find share. I need to check the find in the state. State means what? Cart. State means what? What I have to do? State dot find. I need to check what? Item, right? Write the arrow function. State dot what? Find item. Because I need to check the item, right? Item. Yeah, tell me guys. Item dot name. See, state dot find. This is item means what? This item of the state. In the state only we are finding. We are finding item dot name. Tell me guys. Item dot name, which is triple equal to action dot action means what? Your input. Yes or no? This item dot name is what? The state. Action means what? Your input. Action dot you can say like body means payload. Body means what? Payload dot name. Dot what? Name. It means what? The state we are finding in where? We finding in where? State. We are checking that item name, which is equivalent to where? Action dot payload dot name. Action means what? Item. Action means what? If it is matched, if it is available, a find function returns what? Find function returns the data like item. Returns what? Item. Assume that item is returned. Then you can check the condition. If I already item is present, item is what? Present. Item is present means it returns the item. If condition is true, item is present. Item is not present means what? False. Then tell me, item is present means what I have applied. Item is not present. Item is not present means if I else. Else else what we have to do? Tell me how to add to cart. Because you taken the variable like cart variable, right? What variable here? Cart. Then tell me what we have to do. We need to go for what? State dot. State dot what? Push. State dot push of what? Item we need to push. Item is nothing but what? Item action. Action. We need to push the action. But action means what? Object. Action means what? Object. Object means what? Object contains how many fields? Object contains how many fields? What object? Product object. Product object contains how many fields? Name and name and. But when we are adding into the what you can say cart, we need to add direct object. Quantity we should add extra. Quantity we need to add extra. We need to add what? Quantity. To add the quantity extra, we use one operator on Saturday. What operator name? Spread operator. That's what guys. You please spread this object using what? Dot, dot, dot. Then this object will be spreaded. After spreading the object, one more field we need to add. What the field tell me guys here? Quantity field we need to add. Quantity equal to initial we need to make what? 1. Quantity is what? 1. And we are pushing what? Action. Action means item. The action is what? Action means item. We are pushing the item. We are pushing what? Item. When you are pushing the item contains only how many properties? Tell me. 2 properties. Item name and item price. But when you are pushing only item name, item price required, quantity also required. That's what here. This is action we are spreading. Spreading that object. Spreading that what? Object. Adding extra field is what? Quantity field additional. That's it. That is like Nell's block. What the find function is doing? Because in the state we are finding that item is present or not present. If it is present means if condition. Present not present means else condition. Not present means what we have to do? Push it. If it is present means what we have to do? Increase the quantity. Then we have to go for what? Quantity. Tell me guys, quantity what? Plus what? That is the logic we need to go with that. If you understand that is this is what reducer name, tell me? Add to. What is the reducer name? Add to card. What is the last? This is a logic. Add to card is what? Reducer name. What is the logic? What is the logic? Add to card is expecting how many arguments? What are the 2 arguments? State under. State means existing state, existing content. Action means item, your input. Then what you have to do first? Check that item is there in the state or not. State means caught. Item is there in the state or not. How to check? Using find. If item is there, item is there means return the item. This is the true. True means what? Item is there. Item is there means what we have to do? Item is there means we have to add the item. Quantity is there. If item is not there, push that object. Pushing only object. Object is extra field. Object is extra field. We need to go with what? Object is extra field means what? Dot extra. That object we need to expand and you can take the quantity is what? 1. This logic is very, very important. Only these 2 arguments important because add to card, remove card, clear card, all contains only 2 arguments. One is the state. One is the state means existing card. Action means item. That's the data. What we have to do first step? Check what? Item is presenting. Item is presenting what? Exactly. Yeah, this is action means what? Item. But the action is coming from the where? Coming from? Tell me, coming from where? Add to card, like sorry, what you can say? Base items component, right? That input we are saying payload, body. That action, payload means what? Body. Action data, payload data, name. It means action name, something like that. Always you need to represent the action using what name guys here? Payload. You please tell me add to card functionality one more time. What is the reducer name? Add to card is reducer. Contains how many arguments? What are the 2 arguments? Second argument. State means what? State means what? Action means your item. Good. Just you can go for what? Tell me, what we have to write the code? Logic. What the logic tell me? We need to find. Where we have to find in action or in state of? State of find of. Tell me, arrow function. Before arrow is what? Item. item dot name. This item name is state name. State item name. State item name, which is equivalent to action dot payload dot action dot what? Payload dot name. Both names are same. Both names are same means returns the item. So if item is already there means returns what of true. That's what you write what condition? If of item means what? Item is there or not there? There. Item is there. Item is there means just you can go for what block here? Else block. In else block what we have written? If means what? Item is there or not there? There. Else means if means item is already there, what we have to do? Quantity plus 1. If item is not there, state that let me add state that what? Push. State that push. Existing object we need to expand using what? Dot 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 action. Initial quantity how much? 1. First time that is a true, that is a false, sorry, the item is not there. That's what else block and X pushing. Second time when you click, first time when you click what happened here? There is a condition is true or false? False. False means what? Pushing. Second time when you click, second time when you click, quantity is already, see, item is already there. There means what? Written the false. It means what? The quantity plus quantity will be plus 1, right? That is like add to cart logic. What logic, ma? Add to cart. That's all. Add to cart. That is the second option, second point. Write that logic, second one. Implement the add to cart logics in the store. Implement the add to cart logics in store. How much you written there? Create the slice cart. State dot find. State means existing state. State dot find. Item arrow. Item dot name. This item is representing the state. That's what in the state we are increasing the quantity plus 1. Item dot quantity plus 1 plus equal to means plus equal means what? Huh? Quantity equal to quantity plus 1. Already quantity assume that 5 quantity is there, 5 plus 1 you get a 6. If item is there, then item dot quantity plus 1. If item is not there, we need to push the object. Your object is what? Action. Action dot payload. Action dot payload. Dot 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 purpose is what? Spreading that object. Because that object contains how many fields? 2 fields. Spread that object and add the one more field is what? Quantity. Underline that state variable. That is the existing cart. State means what? Existing cart. Action means input item. Input item. Input item. Underline that state. Existing cart. Action means you input product name, input item, input item object. State means existing cart. State means existing cart. Action means what? Input item. Input item object. For the purpose of find function checking in the state the input item is present or not. Find function is checking what? Checking in the state dot find. Find function checking in the state, the input item is what? Present or checking the state, checking in the state. The find function checking in the state, the input item is present or not. If present means what? If condition is true. If present, tell me guys, if present means what we have to do? If present, increase the quantity. If present means if condition is true. Second one is what? If not present, then push the item to state. Push the item to, item is state means what? Existing. Push the item to state. Yeah, but tell me. Bharat. Yeah, Bharat, you can speak. No problem. Hello. Wait, that is a creation of slice. You do one thing, let me take the data creation of slice. What is the slice name? Add to cart functionality. Yeah, go to your reducer. This is the reducer. Add to cart functionality. We done with the add to cart functionality. Then tell me guys, what we have to do then? This is the add to cart functionality, close and parenthesis. Yeah, that is add to cart functionality we done. What is the slice we added here? Create slice. What is the slice name? Cart. What is the reducer name? Add to cart. Because this item sending the action to what? Add to cart reducer, right? How many arguments here? 2. One is the state. Second one is the find. State means existing cart. State means what? Call action means? Huh? item, we have the data. Next one is, tell me guys, we created slice. After slice, what we have to do? Configure the store. Nice, nice, nice. Go for the configure store. Yesterday class already you configured what? Products. We already configured what? Products. And we configure what? Product slice dot reducer. This first one. Reduce, we can take this, no problem. And you can configure the second one. What is the second one? Tell me. Cart. Cart is a state. The cart is what? State. Cart. Can tell me? Cart slice dot. What I can say? Reducer. That's all. Just you can put the, this is the first value, then you can put the comma separator here. Yeah, comma separate the second value. That's all. You got the point? That is the data. Yesterday class we are configured what products and product slice. Today we configure what cart and exactly configure the store. Configure the store. Yeah. Next point you can write the configure the store. Configure the store. Configure the store. Configure the store. Yesterday we are exporting what? Store, right? So yesterday we are exporting what amount? Store. Today can please export the reducer option. Export the reducer. What the reducer name? Add to cart reducer we have to export. To export the reducer, to export what? We need to export what amount? Reducer. Yesterday class we exported what? Store. Now today we export the cart. Sorry, add to cart reducer. Export the reducer. Your input. What we should do first, you need to check that item is there in the state or not. How to check the item is there in the state or not? Using what function? Using find function, we need to go with the data. So if already item is there, what we have to do? Increase the quantity. Item is there means what? Increase the quantity. Item is not there. Item is not there means we need to push it. Second step is what? Configure the store and export the reducer. Export what? Reducer. Always you please check the import statements, sir. Yeah, go to the example, just you can check the output once. Wait, how many steps you done here? Total? Create a slice. Create slice. Initial state reducers. Item if else block. Configure the store and export the export what? Add to cart. Export the add to cart we done. Because once you've exported, go for the waste items component. Go for the waste items component. Here you can see that we are dispatching what? Dispatching to where? Dispatching to which reducer? Add to cart reducer. See guys, the reducer already present in the cart. Sorry, already present in where? Store. Add to cart of what? We need to send the we have send what? Item. That's all. You please check that add to cart is imported or not imported. See guys, this add to cart is what? Imported, right? Exactly. Add to cart is what? Imported. That's all guys. Once if it is done, add to cart functionality is working. Go for the browser. Yeah, click on what? Add to cart. You do one thing guys, you please create one link for the cart. Tell me guys, how to create a link for the cart? App.jsx. In app.jsx, you please create one link for what? Cart link. Tell me guys, how to create the cart link here? Link tag we need to use. What tag? Link tag. I use a link tag here. I use what tag? Link tag. Link tag contains yeah, that is a link tag I use here. There's a link tag. Link is what? Cart. And for that link, we need to make it as what? Route. Just you can make the route, and here I can copy the route like this, right? Just you can write the control space, and the cart is there, fine. Let's click on that. Just you can go to the browser. Yeah, you can see the output here. That is what? Cart. I think the style is not applied. If you want, you can apply the style in the link. What the class name guys here? My class. Because my class, you are giving some color and padding and margin, right? Yeah, we got the cart like this. Tell me guys, this is a O. This is what the veg items. This is what the non-veg items. This is what the milk items. I think all are working fine. All are working fine. You click on what? Add cart. See, cart beside what we have to display. If I click on the add to cart, that the count should be displayed in where? Cart beside, right? What beside? Yeah. That's what guys. Here you please get the cart value in the function app component. In the app component, how to get the cart value? Tell me. Where is the cart value? Cart account, the cart count. Where is the cart value? Store. In the store, cart value is there. Get the cart value. How to get the cart value? Use use selector. Tell me, use selector. Who we need use? Use selector. Tell me, state arrow. Just you can write what? State dot. See guys, while importing, while exporting, like while configuring the store. Here, what the variable name I used? Cart. Cart variable name. That's what here you can go with the page items. Page items dot jsx. State dot what? Cart. State dot what? Cart. Then we will get the cart value, guys. You get what value? Your cart value. That's all. This is like cart value you will get. Let tell me guys total items, something like this. Total items. Where is the cart here? The cart is there with where? Store, right? From the store, how to get the cart? Use selector. What selector? Use selector, get the total items. That's all. Get at what? Total items. Tell me guys how to total items when you got. Just you can calculate the total items. How can you calculate the total number of see guys, total items means see, First item should be 3 counter, second item should be 4 counter, third item should be 5 counter. What we should do? We need to count this all right. Hey, first item should be how many count here? We are getting item count is not all the counts. See, what the cart means, cart contains what the product 1, 4 counter, product 2, 5 counter, product 3, 6 counter, and product 4, 2 counter. Now count how much here? 5 plus 15 and so how much more? 17. But the cart items means what you are getting the values. The cart means what? Cart is getting what items? Cart means you are getting the items like product 1, how many? Quantity 4, product 2, 5, product 3, 6, product 4, 2. You need to count these all the names, right? All the numbers. What you want to use? I need to count. I told the 1, 2, 3, 4 is there. I need to print the total number of these values. Math. That's what. Previous topics, what you know, you should apply the concept. You are not able to apply the concept, you are the failure. I told clearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it does a sum operation like Razarate. How to get all the elements sum? Like that, we have product 1, 4, product 2, product 3, product 4, quantities we got. All the quantities we need to submit. All the quantity we need sum. To perform the sum of these all objects, what we have to do? What we have to use? Reduce. Use the reduce to count this all the counts. Reduce is taking how many arguments? 2 arguments. Like quantity 1 and quantity. First value and what? Second value. And you can write the n1 plus what? N2. Reduce always saying how many arguments? 2 arguments. So the 2 arguments. Just you can take the see 1, 2, 3, 4 we have the data. And you can take the reduce. How many arguments are? 2 arguments. N1 comma N2 arrow. N1 plus N2. Like that. Because part means you are getting all counter, you are getting every item counter. Now what we have to do? Part value means every item counter, all items counter. For all items count, what we have to use? What we have to use here? Reduce function. You please apply the reduce function to calculate the sum of the total item here. Then first you are getting what value guys here? Cart value. From the cart value to get the reduce. The tell me guys, reduce we can use. Reduce taking how many arguments? 2 arguments. Sum plus item. Sum plus what? Item. Item that quantity. Sum means what? First value plus quantity. Because we need to get the, we are getting the item name and item price and item quantity. But cart required what? Item quantity. That's what this we got the total items. You selector who quantity is doing? Getting the cart. Getting what? Getting the cart. From the cart, what we have to get? A quantity. Every quantity we need to submit. Every quantity to perform the sum operation returns how many values? Only single value. Single value is what function we have to use? Reducer. Then this is a total item, guys. You print this total item, so like you know, beside the cart. This is a cart link, right? This is what link here? Cart link. In the cart link, you take the tag like you know, span tag, close what tag here, span tag. Just you can make the total items. Make what? Total items. Just you can go to the browser. So you guys, we have the cart. What we can use? Yeah, total items directly in a braces we have to use because there is a variable. This is the span tag. Span tag, you please make it as a why span tag to print the total count. Print the total count like this. Just you can see the output. Yeah, we click on what? Click on the refresh. Now initially you got the count is how much here? 0. Because you know here you taken the value. Where is the value? Sum plus quantity. Initial value is how much more? 0. Initial value is how much? 0. There's a 0. Go for the base items. You click on the add to cart. Then what happened? When you click on add to cart, that is dispatched to where? Cart. When we click on the add to cart, that is dispatched to where? Store. Store contains what reducer? Add to cart reducer. Add to cart reducer got executed. Add to cart reducer is what it is doing. Then you are clicking on where? Like which component you are clicking? Base items. Dispatch to where? Store. Cart updated. The cart is reading where? Cart is reading where? App.jsx. where you have display that message now, you need to display the message in the beside that what you can say cart value, right? In the routing, you take in the link tag class name cart is there now. Beside that cart, print the total items. Into what total items? Tell me how many point total? 3. Point 1. Point 1 is what? Click on where? Add to cart. Click on dispatching to store is updating the data. After updating, get the total amount where? After JSX, we are getting the total amount. Getting what? Total amount. Now, got how much? Got how much? Got how much? Click on what button? If everything is going good, then what happens? Cart will be becomes what? 1. If I click on the add to cart, that actually is dispatched to the store. From the store, cart value is getting increased, right? Click on what button, guys, here? Click on add to cart. Increase or not increased? Not increased. Working or not working? Not working. Very good. Click on what button, guys, here? Add to cart. Click on what? Add to cart. Cart is increasing, right? Increasing or not increasing? Click on what button here? Add to cart. If you click on add to cart, guys, add to cart is what? Increase, right? I am the developer, right? Click on what? Add to cart. Increasing or not increasing? Increasing or not increasing? Base items increasing. Non-base items increasing or not increasing? First standard. Why non-base items not increasing? Non-base items should increase, right? Why non-base items not increasing? Oh, base items you click on add to cart increasing. Very good. Non-base items if you click on the add to cart increasing or not increasing? Not increasing, right? Back side. Spends to it. Yeah. Add to cart increasing, not increasing. Why? In the month? Non-veg, Buddha. Last but one row, last girl. Stand up. Last which is second row, last girl. You will tell like what అరే వాళ్ళ క్రియ అనుకుంటా హరి ఒకసారి చూడు ఆ అమ్మాయి చెప్పు నువ్వేనమ్మా అరే లిగురా ఆ లాస్ట్ నుంచి సెకండ్ లో లాస్ట్ లో ఉన్నారు లేదు మామ ఆమె తెలియట్లేదు అనుకుంటా చెప్పురా త్వరగా సెకండ్ లో లేదా మనకు వేరే సెకండ్ లో ఉంది non-veg items why not increasing? You don't like non-veg items? You like them? Then why it is not increasing? ఎవరు తెలుసు వచ్చిన కానీ చదవకపోతానే ఉంటాను ఇప్పుడు లేచి ఎగ్జామ్ నాన్-వెజ్ అంటే ఏది కూడా తీసుకోవచ్చు వై నీ ముందాం లేదు స్లైడ్ చూడు ముందే ఉన్నమాట why non-veg items count is not increasing even milk also increasing or not increasing not increasing veg items if we click it is increasing right count increasing not increasing so use dispatch we didn't use for the non-veg items and milk items use dispatch is used for only what veg items so you implemented only what items veg items are implemented that's what only veg items are working you please work on what sit down sir you please work on what non-veg items you please work on what milk items all the count should be increased all the count should be increased We are doing the big process, but very small things. 3 steps. Step 1, add to cart button in the waste components. But logic is there in the waste components or dispatch to store up. Dispatch to store. Store contains reducers. What reducer name? Add to cart. Expecting how many inputs? Sorry, how many arguments have the function is taking? 2. One is state. Second one is state means existing cart. State means what? Next one, action means your input item. Input item. Action is what? Then what happens? Checking that we are checking the state contains the item or not. State or find. In the state, we are finding that item is there or not there. If it is there, increase the quantity. If it is not there, only item we have to push the item plus quantity we have to push the item. That's what item spread it and add the quantity. Using what operator? Spread operator. They'll ask the question like what is the spread operator, what is the reducers, where you written the reducers, which button you click. If you click the button that is dispatched to store, how it is dispatched? How it is dispatched? Huh? Become standard. What you guys are doing, you should have the huh? Where they are checking? State law? In the state? In the state, they are checking that item is present or not. If item is present is if else or. If item is present, quantity increase. Item dot quantity plus quantity. Not present.
క్లాస్ వచ్చిందంట వేరే క్లాస్
సార్ వచ్చారా సార్ రాకపోతేనేమో okay, complete written points, and the last one is what you can write the get the counter. This is like this all about the reducer. Step 1 is add to cart. We have to implement the functionality. Step 2 is the tell me again. Step 2 is what? Implement the add to cart logic in the store. Store completed. The last one is what? Step 3. Step 3 is what? Get the total items count in beside the cart. In app.jsx, beside the cart, right? Beside the cart with something like 0 like this. Beside the cart link. To get that, add this one. Use selector, get the cart. After getting the cart, reduce item dot quantity. Cart means you're getting the complete cart, item name, price, quantity, but you require only while counting. What you require while counting? Only quantity is enough. Only quantity is enough means sum plus item dot quantity. Beside the cart, I taken the span tag. I'm printing the total items. And people, that's all for the day. Evening we will meet. Evening I'll focus on the remove part. That is step 1. This is the step 2. Step 3.